goes by the name of Revivalry. Everybody open their hymnals to the same page. Come under the tent as we come together with one accord for these old foes to clash again. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Baylor Bears, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the TCU Horned Frogs. Three experts college football. I'm Bruce Davis, David Holland, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. We're looking forward to it all week. Becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. To the air on first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
screen, and watch out. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way. And who would...
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
And those mistakes...
He's loose. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, TCU! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Rides the back and leaves it. Just gets it to the 28, pick up the 1. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and relocating the Frogs in the conference realignment race over the years has stoked the fires of this rivalry.
And it's weird because Reese covered that game. And I know that because it was the sideline reporter. It was a 0-0 tie. Yes, both teams from the same region, so a lot on the line. We've seen some excitement with these rivalry games, and with this matchup, Jesse, I'm excited about today.
Me too. I think when you think about Texas football, everyone's always talking about Texas versus Texas A&M. Don't forget about Baylor TCU. These fan bases do not like each other. The action on the field seemingly always delivers.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
I mean, this offense basically lined up and said, I don't care if you double team him, triple team him, it really doesn't matter. We're still going to feature him. And guess what happens? They still get the 1st down, even though he was double teamed.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'll be forcing it a little bit.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on them. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Bears are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving and creating the explosive play.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
Tight end now in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown Bears! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays.
The pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And they're able to get him down.
Really good offenses are able to attack shooting. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the ground. They'll try to put a drive together. Looking to scramble. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down and nothing doing there.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the break.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's snagged in the middle. It's locked. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Looking left. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive, trying to hit the corner route, but there's better coverage in the back end by the defense knocking that one away.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. This time on target. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good solid pickup on that play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's he's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Returns it down to the 47-yard line, and his defense thrives on taking the football away.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
From the shotgun, they'll run it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run all the ball.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way.
Throws for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's only got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been fine in the 2nd quarter, and he's been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down, fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
He lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left
give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Give to the running back. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Gets it on the option. Gets it past the marker. He's into the open down the middle. Past the 10. Touchdown Bears! Great job by the back on the option. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit, and he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Bears have pushed it inside the 20. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Barrels ahead. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Myers to the big fella. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Horned Frogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Connection to the right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers.
Okay, ready?
Looking downfield very late in the half. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Punts it out of the air. Brings it to the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Are forced to settle for 3. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll start the third quarter with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
No doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that.
Has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's taking the shot. Catch inside the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Bears! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They're working that left side.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Breaks the tackle, and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Handoff from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second, now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got sure this guy goes backwards.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own.
Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got a man. It's Bob. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Hey, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He leaves it with his back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Come on, set. Ready, go.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, in spot. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute and the field starts to shrink.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Here's the pressure. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds a man on the right.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wants to throw again. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Love the quick decision making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting the score.
Yeah, you love the decision making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll go to the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and nasty.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I like the execution by this defense. Nice job, situational football, right? Like understanding where the sticks are. You probably know they're going to pass the football on this down. Great job breaking on the football when the quarterback throws it and forcing the incompletion.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down to the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw on first down. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Right on the money. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Right on target this time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead of how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 12 to Boise State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Here's Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to the playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
You're a defensive guy, and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, it's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. And the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football. Do something.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There's none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. it down the middle. It's caught. It's a seam wide open. And he just kept running.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. Defenses can't cover. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kick, turning it on!
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all three phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This rivalry might not always get the headlines in the state of Texas, but it is full of passion, and the Bears will celebrate taking down TCU.